Hey, you guys. I am so sorry that I'm a few minutes late. My son is really going through some things right now, and it's been a tough few weeks. So, some of you guys know that in August, we tried to get him into, he came up on a waiting list to where he was able to go to ABA in center versus how we had been doing it, like the program here. Basically, you get services in your home until you age out at 3. And he's going to be 3 on October the 5th. So he is about to age out. And so anyways, they had called us and he started and it went horribly. He was not ready at all to do any type of treatment away from home. So there was that. And we had to transition him back in, to being at home, back to therapy happening here. And it had just it affected him so bad that he was afraid to leave the house because he was so afraid that he was going to have to go to ABA. And so it took a minute, for us to get his trust back. That he only went for 3 days, for, a couple of hours in the morning for 3 days. But he just hated it that much. And so we've just been back to taking him to do fun stuff, like to the park and things like that. And lately, just the past week or so, he's not wanting to leave the house again. And just getting really upset. And it's just one of those things, with being on the spectrum, with mold exposure, with PANS, with all the things, that are just happening. And so right now, as hard as I try to keep a schedule, sometimes I'm just not able to because of, having to calm him and regulate him and things like that. But, I wanted to help you guys today with something very specific. And what that is, I'm actually going to be using Amazon. I wish there would have been a way that I could share my screen with you guys. That would have been great. Because I wanted to, it's a saying slow connection. I hope that's not correct. But I wanted to be able to share my screen so that I could show you guys what I'm going to be doing. So I think what I'm going to have to do is just turn the camera around towards the computer. I think that if you start sharing your screen, you have to do it before the live, but then you don't get to switch it back. So I'm not sure exactly. I haven't really played with that yet, but that's a feature that I'm going to get familiar with here in the next few days, because I would love to know how to share my screen without having to go through Zoom and StreamYard and all of that. Facebook's a little late in the game with capabilities on live streams, right? Don't you think? And it's really interesting to me too how different it is when you I'm sure you guys if you use stories to market, you probably know the functionality of Facebook versus Instagram. When you share a story on Instagram, you have so much options, for stickers, and when you go to put a link in your story and how you can personalize the link and get it to say what you want it to say, versus Facebook is just link here or more info here, I think it's learn more or something like that. But you just have so many more options on Instagram. So if you didn't know that and you're sharing your stories on Facebook first and then having them cross-posted to Instagram, I would definitely recommend starting on Instagram and having Instagram share to Facebook, because then once Instagram shares it to Facebook, you still can see all of those options that you were able to put in on Insta. But basically, I wanted to show you guys just, a little strategy that I use about finding the problems that you solve, or finding what your audience is looking for, what they want to hear from you, what they want you to speak about, because it is so, 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 so important. And there's just a lot, like I'm obviously on social media quite often for work, and I see so much marketing, and I see it done very, very well. And then I see it done like, to where it's just blending in with all the rest of the noise. And all of you market on social media, so you know that it is noisy, noisy, noisy. Like, there is a ton of people using social media for business. So if you don't have that clarity of who you serve, if you don't have the specifics down to, like, if you don't know your person intimately to where you can speak specifically to their problems, you just blend in with all of that noise. And so what I really wanted to do with this session was to have basically like a live co-working session, because, and this would have been my first time doing anything like that. And if somebody hops on, we'll still have time to do that. But right now it's just me. So I'm going to lead just like I'm doing a regular live stream. If someone, if some people jump on, then I will try to switch over to like a co-working session. And basically, when I launch, I think that I'm not going to launch until I have 50 people. I think it's going to have to be maybe that's what I want for beta, and it's going to be 30 days. But what it's going to be is me coming on like into a platform like Zoom or StreamYard or something like that, where everyone can speak and everyone can talk and everyone can share screens, and we can actually work together and solve these problems together. So instead of, buying a course and getting into your modules and you're seeing what to do, you're being told what to do. You might have a guide, you might have worksheets, you might have a checklist and things like that. Instead of you just doing, being told that and then left to execute by yourself, there's a lot of people that really, really need someone to walk through these steps with them. And I see that a lot of people do not have an executable plan of income producing activities that they do on a daily basis, or they don't know exactly what to do on a daily basis that is actually going to produce revenue. And so that is what I'm going to be taking whoever signs up. That's what I'm going to be taking them through. Like, all of the foundational building, and then all of the daily methods of operation. And I'm going to be showing exactly what I do every single day, and how to start conversations, how to have conversations, how to close sales in those conversations, how to figure out what to post, batching content, like all of that type of stuff is what we're going to be doing. And I feel like within, a no contract 30-day program that, you can choose to continue, you can choose not to. But I think within 30 days, co-working, that gives people enough time to develop new habits, to get a clear understanding of why we're doing what we're doing. And I feel like, most people would probably be comfortable enough to be able to take it over on their own and do it on their own. Because I'm not trying to, the whole thing about being an entrepreneur and having your own business is so that, you take full responsibility for your business, that you become the CEO of your business. And showing up like a CEO, means being able to do all of these things independently. But, in the beginning, if you've never, ever done anything like this before, I don't think that there is a thing wrong with having someone literally just lead you and take you by the hand and showing you exactly what to do in your business every day and exactly what works and how to market on social media. So I think it's so, so, so needed. And I am so, so excited to start doing this. So this is kind of how I was going to do this today, is basically just like work as a group, talk about what we're looking up, talk about why we're looking these things up, talk about what is our focus point? What is our message? Why did we choose that? Is this something that you are going to wake up and be on fire about? This is something that you could talk about, month after month, week after week, day after day, every single day, again and again and again and again, and not lose that fire. And, there are so many problems that we can solve, that we can choose from. But you really have to sit with yourself and figure out which version of you are you going to help? Which version of you from before are you going to speak to directly? Which version of you really, really impacted you in a way that you can use it to impact other people? So maybe I'm just going to throw some examples out there since I don't have y'all to talk to. Because I wanted to ask everyone, what their target audience is, what your niche is, what's the problem that you solve, and how do you solve that problem, and how are you doing your research for your perfect customer? How are you doing market research? Because you hear all the time, do market research, do your market research, but being taught how to do market research, you don't see a lot of. I mean, you see people say, go to Answer the Public, or use Google, or use YouTube because it's a big search engine. And I'll show you how to use YouTube because I actually use that for myself. But people don't know. They don't know. They don't have clarity on how to do market research. And that's so important. But moving forward in your business, you won't go very far if you don't have that clarity on who it is that you help and what it is that you do for that person. So an example would be, what if you have lost a massive amount of weight and you've been able to keep it off, and you did it without surgery, you did it without the injections, and you did it through clean diet, exercise, and just motivation to be healthy. And you knew of meal plans. You knew how to adjust those meal plans. Like, what if it was just, a single person who only wanted to be able to food prep and do enough of this grocery shopping and meal planning for them. So usually somebody like that, if you know them intimately, think of what was that you when you were losing the weight? Or did you have a family of 4 that you still had to cook for? Or did you cook separately? Did they diet with you? Or did they change their meal plan with you? Or was that something you did individually? So you knew how to do your portions. You knew how much to buy at the store. Did you meal prep? Did you not? Did you use a service? Everything that went in to your journey, this pretend journey that we're talking about, of you losing weight and doing it that specific way, you would really, really want to think about every problem that you had during that journey. You would want to think about what it was. What were you searching for on Google during those times? Were you doing certain exercises for certain health concerns? Did you have a fear of a heart attack? Did you have a fear of diabetes, or did you have diabetes? Did you come off of medicines or insulin once you lost this weight and you made this huge shift and transition? That's the type of, you like all of those details are things that you would want to write down. And when I'm coaching someone about figuring out who they help and what problems they solve, I tell them just to spend about an hour writing these things down. Like, first, you have to figure out that transformation that you've been able to make. What was it? Figure out what version of you that you're going to help, because it's going to be something that you've experienced, that you've went through, and that you've came out through the other side. And it's going to be something that was significant to you, that impacted you, because that's how you're going to use that to impact the person that you serve. So I think someone's here. Okay, 2 people are here. Okay, I don't see comments. Let me pull it up because I want to ask you guys who it is that you help, like what your niche is, who you help, what problem do you solve, and how do you solve that problem. So I wish we could talk, but if you would please tell me in the comment section, that would be awesome. Let me pull it up. Oh, okay. Hey, Kiana, I see you. Hey, Ronica, Solo. Hey, you guys, thanks for coming in. Okay, I can see comments on this screen. So, but basically, I just can't stress enough, like, why we have to have so much clarity on this. And that's why you hear me talk about it so often. And like another reason is, I'll give you an example, is I see a lot of people will just say, well, I help people start digital marketing. Okay, but how? There's tons of people doing that right now. So how do you stand out from all of the rest of the noise? What person specifically are you helping to start doing this? What problem do you solve specifically about marketing on social media or online? Or is it a certain platform? Are you super good with Canva? Are you really skilled with branding? Are you really skilled with email marketing? Are you really skilled with, any of the software like System.io? Or is there a certain social media platform that you have mastered and you're having great success with? It's like all of that type of stuff is what would separate you from all of the rest of us that are doing the same things. All of the rest of us that even have the same MRR and PLR guides and courses. If you are speaking to a very specific audience, that's what's going to make you stand out, and that is what is going to be able to help you pull those solutions out for them. And it would probably go back to what you were struggling with before you mastered Canva or System.io. Like, what problems did you have? And why did you start? Like, that's how you would know someone very, very intimately, is talking to those specific pain points and solutions. And like, I'll tell you, like, what's keeping me up right now is health issues with my son. So when I see somebody, like when I'm scrolling on Instagram or on Facebook, and I see somebody specifically speak to what I'm experiencing right now and what he's going through, like, you best believe I lean in and I'm like, oh, she's here for me. I need to listen to this. Let me get her website. Let me get her, and then I follow up and I see if any of her offers would solve our problem. And right now, our problem is, getting a specific test for Lyme disease, finding out more about pans and pandas, and just, all of that. So somebody who's just talking about kid behavior or something that's just very general would not stop my scroll, would not get my attention, would not cause me to lean in. And so once you know, without a doubt, who it is that you help, yes, talking to everyone. I mean, I do. I get, like, people answer me and that question all the time, and they'll just say, when I say who specifically, they'll say beginners. And I'm like, you still have to break it down so much more than just that, because there's a lot of beginners in this space, but what would make them want to work with you versus anybody else? I mean, is it going to be because of the bonuses, or because of a package they're putting together, or because of how much money they're making? Or, if you don't give them a relatable reason to work with you, then they'll usually go with the person that's getting the most comments and, attention, engagement on their post, or the person that's posting the most, or the person that's showing up the most, or just serving the most. So, because once you pop up in these groups consistently, people do remember your name. People will start to remember you. But if you're also showing up and you're speaking specifically to the problems that they're having, that's what's really going to have them lean in and hone in on you, because you know how to help them, because you have went through that problem before, and you have a solution. You have came out on the other side. You have mastered the issue, and you can help them too. So as far as creating content, the reason why I gave you guys the how to tell your story and the content pillars, the content bucket guide last week and I have something really cool for you guys today too. But, and it's already done. Like, you can just go to my store and grab it for free after this. But, you have to be very clear on what you speak about too. And, I still have to, I have to be careful with that every single day, because, sometimes I'll see something like, like all this stuff going on with P. Diddy right now. And, and just the human in me wants to make a post about it and a comment about it and be like, oh my God, this stuff with P. Diddy, blah, 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 blah. But I don't. I will on another platform, but I won't on this platform, because I really, really try to be very careful with sticking straight to my content pillars. And if you weren't here last week, I basically just said, you don't have to talk about the same thing all the time, but you have to talk about things that you can tie back to the person that you help and the problem that you solve, so that you can bridge it all together so that it all makes sense. But it's all of the things that your target audience wants to hear from you. So it's not just things that we want to talk about. It's things that we're passionate about and things that we want to talk about that is also in alignment with what our audience wants us to talk about. So be careful with that. So how do you know? How do you know what your audience wants to talk about? How do you know? How do you learn them intimately? How do you become more clear on what it is that they're searching for, that they're looking for? Are you doing answer the public? Are you just Googling? Are you going to YouTube? I mean, there's so many different ways that you can do this. But something that I've been doing that I wanted to share with you guys today is, I'm going to pull it up because I'm going to swap my camera around. And if you're sitting at your computer, and which my computer is, I'm going to have to wait a second because I turned it on like right when I went live, and I don't know why, but my computer takes forever. It has the thing spinning, and it takes like forever for me to be able to use it when it's been off. And I don't know what's up with that. But basically, I can just explain it for right now. What I do is I go to Amazon and I go to, because the reviews in Amazon are gold. I mean, people don't hold back in those reviews. They give 5 stars, they tell you why. And I mean, obviously, there's reviews that people were paid to write, and it says that on there. It'll be like, oh, this person was compensated for this review by getting a free product or whatever. Those you can't, I don't put any stock into those, but I do look for 2 different types of reviews. I look for the 5-star reviews and I look for the 1-star reviews, because both of those are so important. So like we were just talking about weight loss. If somebody had lost all this weight and that's who they helped and they solved that problem. So I'm just going to stay with that avatar for the purpose of this too. So let's say I'm a weight loss coach and I want to know exactly what my avatar is wanting to hear from me and what they're struggling with. I'm going to go to Amazon Books and I'm going to pull up weight loss books, and I'm going to I'm going to filter to only 4 stars and above. So then I'm going to go to the summary. I wish I could use my computer to show you guys this, but usually when you go to the books, you'll have like a few rows of books going across, and then you'll have a little thing to the left where it'll say filter. So that's where I'll go to 4 stars and above. And then I'll usually have like 15 books in my screen. And I'll just pick, a couple of those that are in the 4-star and above category. And then I'll go to the read summary of the book and see, does that book have... And no, you don't have to sit there and read summary after summary after summary, but just see if it'll tell you how many reviews there are. That's the second thing you look at, 4-star and above, but how many? So let's say you find a book that has like 16,000 reviews. Well, and it's more than 4 stars. Well, that's good. There's going to be gold in that review section. Those people are going to be telling you why they loved that weight loss book so much. They're going to be speaking on what they learned specifically from that weight loss book. That's going to give you so many ideas on how you can go create podcast material, blog material, post material, email material. You will learn so much about what your perfect customer is talking about from those reviews. Then, once you have gone through a couple of books and you've went to the table of contents, that's going to tell you a lot. The table of contents is going to speak so much on what those people were looking for. So let's say you have a book, again, 4-star and above, that has 16,000 reviews. Well, 16,000 people wanted to know what was in the table of contents. So there's your content for the week right there. Then you can go and look at the 1-star reviews, if there are any. People will tell you in those 1-star reviews why they're upset with that book. Maybe it didn't go into enough detail about XYZ. Maybe it didn't have enough pictures of what they wanted to see. Maybe the meal plans that were in the book wasn't quite what they were looking for. Maybe they will let you know. They don't hold back on this complaints in those reviews. So what I do typically is I go to the book in my niche and I go and look exactly what they're saying, and then I go create my content based off of what it is that they are wanting more of and what they're complaining that they're not getting enough of. And I use that to curate my emails to them. Or like if somebody says something that, okay, for the weight loss, if somebody would have said, well, I hate this book because this person, didn't go into enough detail about hormone health or how hormones affect women's weight loss or something like that. Then I would go and not only create stuff about how hormones affect your weight gain and weight loss and why it's difficult. I would, go an extra step and create a lead magnet surrounding how, perimenopause and menopause affects weight gain, and how it makes it, or what the solution is to lose weight the same way that you did before perimenopause or menopause and things like that, and just go the step further and over deliver. And because when you read enough reviews consistently and you see that many people are saying the same things, those are the problems and the solutions that you can speak on, and really gain some traction and get people's attention in your content. Same thing with YouTube, you guys. Okay, my computer's working now, so let's do one. Turn it around just a second. So with YouTube, I'll just do, since I explained that already, I'll just pull up YouTube. But it's a very similar situation. Let me turn my stuff around really quick. Okay. I'm sorry, this is going to be like shaky and weird and probably lose focus sometimes because I don't have my stand by me. All right, so let's do the same thing. Let's go to weight loss. Okay. Weight loss. Weight loss journey. Okay, like this here has 51,000 views, and it's an 8-minute video. And by the way, while I have you guys on YouTube, this reminds me to let you guys know, if you are using YouTube right now currently to post videos on, YouTube is favoring videos or they're like pushing them out and showing them more if they are 8 minutes or less for your long form videos. And it reminded me when I saw her video was like right above 8 minutes. Okay, let me turn this volume off. All right, skip. Okay, so it has 51. All right, she's got 201,000 subscribers. It had 51,000 views, and then it only has 1.9 thousand likes. So let's just see, because there's not reviews on here, but just wanted to see what they're talking about in the comments. What keeps blowing my mind is the fact that emotional eating is constantly overlooked. Bingo! That is so telling right here. What would that tell me to do if I was a weight loss coach? Okay, this 39 likes on this comment. So that's 39 people trying to lose weight that are struggling with emotional eating. So to me, in my experience in doing this, that's enough people for me to go create a freebie or a PDF or something on emotional eating. Why people don't reach why people don't reach out is what they meant to say. Reach out to a mental health professional to treat that alongside the weight loss journey. That's another one. That's important. That's very important. And that is so true, because I don't think I have ever seen those two things paired together with weight loss online. Once I realized I ate out of boredom and went to therapy to treat my anxiety, things improved a lot. I was able to stick to a meal plan and an exercise schedule. Thanks for sharing your experience. Okay, so basically, this is just saying people just giving their insight on what they appreciated about the video. And these things, like, this is just saying, oh, inspirational. I had it, and people are saying how they relate to it. But that first comment, that was great. I'm so glad I picked this video, because that was a perfect example of how you can use something that, in a comment section to go create something to serve your person. And the fact that it had, 39 likes on it. No thumbs down. That was a good sign. Find another example really quick. Why is that? Okay. I'm embarrassed. You ought to see how many tabs I have pulled up. Oh, okay. I'm glad this popped up because this is reminding me to tell you guys something also that's very, very important. I have notes. I made notes for this live and I haven't even looked at them one time. I probably should because I almost forgot this. Okay, so I'm looking at weight loss journey stuff. So Factor pulled, this is an ad that you could probably get affiliate links for if you were a weight loss journey coach and you wanted to create this amazing lead magnet that now speaks to emotional eating on top of the weight loss journey. So you're giving them more content that they want to know about. And then you could reach out to this company and get an affiliate link and say, oh, just in case, this is my weekly no prep, nutritious meals, whatever. Here's, and share the link. Always think whatever pain point you're speaking to when you create an email or you create a blog or whatever for your specific person, don't forget to include in a serving sense, not in a salesy sense. But if you believe that you have an affiliate link that could help your audience, put it in your content because really this could be perfect for someone who is single and who doesn't want to cook for themselves every day. All right, let's check out this one. Oh, this is old, but she's got 359,000 subscribers. This is a video that's 4 years old. She's got 15,000 likes on this video, so that's good. It's got 254,000 views, so that's really good. Okay. This is just saying she does great on camera. Social media needs more of this type of honest content. This video is bound to be relatable to so many people in the world struggling to lose weight or achieve their fitness goals. I appreciate you sharing your raw journey. People can understand that they're not alone. Yeah, just basically speaking to the fact that, authenticity is so appreciated in whatever niche you're in. Just being real and raw and you. I don't see anything yet that jumps out at me. But you don't have to spend a lot of time doing this. I don't. I spend, maybe, 15 to 30 minutes anytime I need to do research. If I'm doing these two, maybe 15 on Amazon, 15 on YouTube, because my brain just starts going and I already have so many ideas that it doesn't take me long. This is just saying all of these are, I appreciate your honesty pretty much. So maybe she revealed something that was really big. I think you're walking and jogging for 21 days was just another one, honest, realistic. So I'm going to go find a different one. All right, here's a 21 day. And 905. Okay, she has 359,000 subscribers again. So, but this video had 905,000 views with 46,000 likes. That's a lot. And this is basically the same stuff. Your energy, your personality, your honesty. Okay, I'm glad you included your depression in this recording because that is me, at least a couple of times a week. Somehow it's 2020 and people still don't understand that depression doesn't care how well your life is going. It's going to zap your mood regardless. So maybe if there would have been, a ton of comments like this, or maybe if there would have been a lot of likes on that, I would have considered, speaking a little bit on depression on a weight loss journey. But, the other person did mention emotional eating, which is a symptom of depression. So, you could still speak on that as symptoms of depression. Is this helpful for you guys? Like, is this part of research that you guys are already doing? Or how are you doing your market research right now? Hey, D, I didn't see you sneak in here, girl. Paris, Kelly, hi. I'm just seeing who's in here looking at my phone. But I'm going to flip my phone back around. If there's another example you want to see, just let me know. Or if you want me to do one on the Amazon books, let me know. But it's the same thing. It's really, really simple. It's just two that I use a lot because YouTube is, one of the top search engines. And it's social media. And, with Amazon, like, I honestly don't know anybody that doesn't have an Amazon Prime account. It's so huge. And people put reviews on Amazon all the time. And people don't hold back either. So I just feel like I get a lot of very important information from these two platforms. And it just really helps me to prioritize what it is that, things that I know what my audience wants to hear. I know what it is that I need to speak about. But sometimes, if I'm just not having like a day where my brain is just functioning as I want it to, and I'm like, lacking in inspiration, or I will definitely do this to get more clarity and use it as a way to really create something new that I haven't created before, or to speak to their problem from a different angle that I haven't spoke on before. But it's been so helpful to me. And I can tell by the engagement that I get if that was something that I should have posted or not. And usually when I do it based off of, views, likes, ratings, force, whatever, all of that, I usually get a pretty good amount of engagement. And so it definitely, is validating to know that the information that I'm getting is consistent with what my audience wants to talk about. But I love doing it like this. People, they tell you market research, and this is just, there's different ways you can do it. This just happens to be my favorite way and what works well for me. But just to go back a little bit, be so clear on who it is that you serve. Know them intimately. Know what their struggles are, what solutions they're seeking, what it is that they are stressing about, what are the problems that they need fixed, and what can you do specifically to get them from point A to point B. And you can get so creative with that transformation and add little things and over deliver. Things like that emotional eating with a weight loss journey. That was great, to pair those two together. But just being clear, having your content buckets all lined up, sticking with that, and keeping your message specific and all tied in together. When you start doing this on a regular basis and it just flows to where your content, it just comes out now because you just know. You refer to your buckets, you're clear on your messaging, you keep your messaging consistent. Your business changes. People know when you're speaking directly to them. It's just like, I said in my post yesterday, how do we speak to people directly in person? Well, we look dead at them, we say their name, or we speak specifically to their cares, their concerns, their worries, their obsessions, their passions, and they lean in and they listen to us. It's the same thing out here on social media. We have to speak to them specifically, and without saying their name and without being able to look at them, we have to speak so intimately and so directly towards the problems that they're trying to solve to be able to stand out from all the noise in the space. So if there's any questions, please let me know. I'll answer any questions. Or if you don't have clarity on who it is that you speak to, if you don't have clarity on any part of this, your content buckets, your niche, your target audience, how you can show up differently than people that are doing the same things, you ask me, and I will try to answer the best that I can. Oh, okay. I thought I just knocked off the camera. Well, what I'm going to give you guys today is something that helps me so much. And it's crazy to me that I've never sold one, not one, because it is my go-to and I use it every day in my business. It helped me as a complete beginner, 14 months ago to have, an idea and some clarity of what I was doing and to be able to stay organized. And I have to have a system. I have to have ways to stay organized, or else I'm all over the place. And this Facebook planner, and now that's, I'm primarily on Facebook, I use this planner every single day. And it has so many pages that you would need to, print. I mean, it's a digital planner, but print it, put it in a binder, write on those pages. There's so much stuff in there that helps you stay organized in your business, from groups to your content, to your audience, to your customer, to your schedule, to everything is in this planner. And so I just put it for free in my store, and just anybody that sees this video, if you want it, go grab it. I can put the link to it afterwards in the comment section, so you can just go right to it. But it's something that has helped me so much. And I think that, it would benefit anyone that's marketing on Facebook. So if you want it, you have the option to get it. It is PLR. So if you wanted to, rebrand it or whatever, do your thing. But all right, you guys, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for hopping on. And shameless plug real quick. Royal Rituals is going to launch probably the first week of November. That is my goal. That's what the plan is. I'm still I'm in the process of building this out, and I can't wait to do this, because it is going to be it's going to be basically think, like I said yesterday, body double sessions. Think body double sessions, but not you working independently, me working independently, but basically working on your business as a group, doing the things that are going to create revenue in your business, and doing the things that are going to put you in the habit of doing income producing activities on a schedule every single day, so that by the end of those 30 days, not only do you have new habits in place, new mindset, new beliefs, you have new clarity, and you know exactly what you are doing. I see people that are still just so lost every single day, and they've been through the modules, and hey, my little one just came in here. What's he doing? Giving me the big hug? Thank you. But Anyway, so they've got all these courses, they've been in all these mentorships, and yet they still don't know what to do. And I see it all the time. So that is who this is for. This is for the people that need that direct co-working session of a schedule and things that are specific to create revenue and that work, that are successful, having conversations, starting conversations, closing in these conversations, how to engage in groups, how not to engage in groups. That's equally as important. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be, hi. And I'm so excited about it. But all right, I'm going to go, you guys. He's wanting me to talk. So thank you so much. Bye.